Hello everyone. Today I would like to tell you a short talk on topic. First, the speaker introduced Mr. Lincoln, author of Amazon Adventure, who was a retired lawyer, amateur photographer, and then a writer. Next, he said Mr. Lincoln has spent the year before traveling by canoe down the Amazon River, and he would discuss his travels in the Amazon region, on which he based his book, and show some of the photographs he had took during his trip. Finally, he suggested holding on to their seats because he thought Mr. Lincoln has some amazing stories. First, the speaker thanked the people for taking the time to attend the meeting, and she said she would like to keep it brief, so she suggested getting straight to the point. Next, he complained staff members had been making unauthorized charges to the office expense calls for things like lunches and taxi rides that were not related to their job. Finally, he announced all the charges to the office expense call must be approved by her ahead of time. First, the speaker announced all schools would be closed that day because the night before snowstorm. Next, he said the streets were still icy and dangerous for cars and buses. After that, he said school would remain closed for several days because it could take some time to get on the streets clean and safe for travel. Finally, he suggested listening to the evening news to find out the following school schedule. First, the speaker wanted to know if the people got the sports news from television or if they get tired on the commercial interruptions on TV. Next, he said they didn't have to be annoyed by commercials anymore because their magazine gave them all the latest sports news commercial free. After that, he suggested reading to find out what will happen in the world of football, baseball, and basketball, and learning about their favorite athletes. Finally, he suggested suffering by that day, and their magazine gave them all that and more. First, the speaker suggested planning customers' following conference, and he said they took care of it on reserving room, printing schedules, ordering food, and arranging entertainment. Next, he said their experienced planners took the headache out of conference, and their next conference would be a success. Finally, he suggested calling that day for their initial free consultation. First, the speaker wanted to know if the winter weather got the people down, and he suggested chasing the winter blues away by taking a trip to a sun-filled island. Next, he said they offered both weekend and week-long packages to the Sunshine Islands, and he said he suggested choosing a cruise and stay at a resort or relaxing at the quaint village inn. Next, after that, he suggested taking a fast-paced tour of the island hotspot or opting for slow-paced low-key visit to the beach. Finally, he said they would love their luxury accommodations and their economical price, so he suggested calling that day to book their tour. First, The speaker wanted to know if the pupils' health insurance covered on their needs, or it would pay for hospitalization or prescription medicine. Next, he wanted to know if it would cover them if they had an accident far from home, and or if it provided coverage for for their husband or wife and other family members. After that, he suggested not spending their life worried as their insurance rates get higher and higher. Finally, he said their insurance plan covers on their medical expenses at reasonable rates wherever they could be. First, the speaker introduced to the audience they had a new schedule there at Radio 2000. Next, he said they began their afternoon with a solid house of classic rock music that were with no commercial interruption. After that, he said they would be followed by an exciting new interview show in which they talk with on their favorite rock musicians, both past and current. Finally, he announced they would have a weather report at 5 before they moved on to their evening news analyst program. First, the speaker said breakfast was the most important meal of the day. Next, he says some people skipped breakfast at part of a weight reducing planning that were not a good idea. After that, he said a study has shown that people who didn't eat complete meal, including fruit, every morning actually end up gaining weight. Finally, he said they also often felt tired later in the day and compensate for that by eating unhealthy food. So, the healthy people never skip breakfast. First, the speaker said a protest against the inquiry in the Cyril test had taken place in front of the presidential place the day before. Next, he said the protesters said the Cyril test wasn't fair to business owners or consumers. After that, their newly elected mayor supported the tax increase. She said it would help, not harm, small business and strengthen the city economy. Finally, he said the new tax went into effect the following month. Thank you for listening.